Hello, my name is Leslie. In this presentation, I will explain how psycholinguistic theories influence the teaching of the English language, integrating the contents of the article psychological process in language learning and teaching, and the topics covered in previous modules on language acquisition and brain processes. Language as a human process, natural versus nurture. Language development is the result of the interaction between nature, which includes our biological capacity to acquire language, and nurture, which encompasses the environment, interaction, and input we receive. From nature, we have mental mechanisms that allow us to process and acquire linguistic systems. From nurture, expose, interaction, and emotional supports determine how well we learn a language, especially a second language. As a future teacher, this means that I must create environments with clear, understandable, and emotionally safe input. Between psycholinguistic theories and stages of language acquisition. Psycholinguistic theories explain how the brain perceives, processes, and produces language. These theories are connected to the states of acquisition we have studied: perception, listening, and reading, production, speaking, and writing, acquisition from initial stages to advanced levels in L2. Among the most relevant theories are crashing with comprehensive input A more 1, which indicates that learning occurs when the students understand messages that are slightly more advanced than their current level, along with the interaction hypothesis, which points out that negotiant meaning helps to advance acquisition. Contributions of psycholinguistics to teaching methods. Psycholinguistics has given rise to key methods that follow principles about how the human mind learns. Natural approach prioritizes understanding, reduce anxiety, and encourage real communication. Total physical response combines language with movement, useful for beginners and for reducing pressures. Suggestopedia uses relaxing environments to improve retention and reduce stress. These methods show that emotion, cognition, and context directly influence English language learning. Practical strategies for applying psycholinguistic principles. For initial stages, provide understandable input with visual support. Use TPR to reinforce vocabulary and commands. Short, guided listening activities. For intermediate stages, readings that active pure knowledge interaction in pairs to encourage negotiation of meaning. Use of authentic texts relate to their context. For advanced stage, more free oral production without immediate correction. Guide reading with clear models, activities that integrate all four skills. For all stages, avoid cognitive overload, too much vocabulary, or long instructions. Create a safe emotional environment to reduce linguistic anxiety. Use lengthy and specific feedback. Final reflection: how psycholinguistics will shape my teaching practice. Psycholinguistics will enable me to understand how the brain actually learns, what limits learning, and what promotes it. It will also help me to adapt my teaching to diverse students, design activities based on comprehensive input, interaction, and emotional support, anticipate challenges such as an accent difference in pace, learning styles, or lack of motivation. Created environments that connect emotions, cognitions, and social interactions. As a future teacher, I will integrate these principles to make my teaching more effective, human, and appropriate to the real processes of language learning. Thanks for watching my presentation. Psycholinguistics is a fundamental guide for teaching English effectively, considering how the mind works and how students learn. Before closing, I would like to quickly mention the source I used for this presentation. The article by Day and Sawalme helped me understand the psychological process involvement in language teaching. Crashing contributed the part about comprehensive input. Long reinforced the importance of interaction, and Safran allowed me to connect language acquisition with biology and the environment. Finally, it is important to note that Psycholinguistics also prepares me to face real challenges in the classroom, such as students with different learning speeds, anxiety when speaking English, lack of motivation, or comprehension difficulties. Understanding how language processing works will help me adapt my activities, offer emotional and cognitive support, and make me more informed pedagogical decisions.